welcome back to my channel. You're probably wondering what we're doing in my kitchen. We're not cooking, we're not making any food, no snacks, nothing. I am going to show you guys how I clean my makeup brushes. So the reason why we're in my kitchen is because my bathroom's kind of small and I like to have like open counter space, and I like to work with a bigger sink. That way I don't have like makeup splatter all over the bathroom counters and walls and all in the sinks. But if you want to do it in your bathroom sink, that's totally fine, totally up to you. So the reason why we clean our makeup brushes is to prevent acne. So if you're ever having like skin irritation, or you do see like a little bit of breakouts on your face, sometimes it could be from your makeup brushes. Another reason why we clean our makeup brushes is just to help get rid of like all that product buildup, dust, dirt, oil, dead skin, all that gross stuff. We like to clean that out of there. Another reason why we clean our makeup brushes is because we get a better makeup application when we use cleaner brushes. Like if you ever notice, when you open up brand new brushes, you do get a much better application. Your skin looks better, your eyes look better, your contour looks great. Another reason is when you only have a couple eyeshadow brushes to work with and you've used dark colors, you've used bright colors, cleaning your brushes just helps get rid of those colors. That way you don't have color buildup on the brush, and then you can start with a fresh new color. So if you have been using green shades, you can clean them off and then maybe start using like a purple shade or a red shade or something different. And another reason why we clean our makeup brushes is for contamination. So if you're using brushes on someone who has a skin irritation, or if your friend wants you to do their makeup and you see that they do have like acne on their face and you use your makeup brushes, you're not going to want to use those same brushes on your face. So we are going to clean our makeup brushes just to help prevent any type of contamination like that. I know, it sounds totally gross. So I am using two different products today, a face cleanser, and then I'm also using a brush cleaner. I know a lot of people use like Dawn dish soap to clean their brushes. I think Dawn dish soap can be a little bit harsh, so I think that it's gonna really like tear apart your brushes, and you'll notice like your brushes might start losing the bristles, or the top of your brush might start getting thinner. So I definitely don't suggest Dawn dish soap. Dawn's just a good example to give. People do use that. Dawn dish soap is used for like grease spills. They clean like ducks off with it. So if they're cleaning grease out of ducks, you're probably not cleaning grease out of your makeup brushes, so you don't really need to use Dawn dish soap for your makeup brushes. So with that being said, I am going in with my AVEDA Purifying Gel Cleanser, and this is from the Botanical Kinetics line. The reason why I use a face cleanser for my brushes is because I don't get any irritation from my face wash. So with me putting that on my brush, that brush isn't going to give me any type of like irritation either. So I use my gel cleanser for my face brushes only. For my shadow brushes, I'm going to use the Morphe Solid Brush Cleaner. It's like this little guy, and it just comes in like a tube or jar. It just comes in a jar like this. There's really not a lot of product in here, so the reason why I only use it on my eyeshadow brushes is because they're really small brushes, so I can get more use out of this, but when I'm going in with like a huge brush, this is probably going to last me like one cleaning. I'm going to show you how I clean all these brushes, and how I clean all these guys, all these brushes, and these little guys. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take like a dirty old towel. So if you have one at home that you use like for cleaning, or it's got like stains on it, or you've got like bleach marks on it, you can use that. I don't suggest using a brand new towel because sometimes makeup does stain, so you are going to get stains all over it. I'm just going to let it like flat out on my countertop. Okay, so we're going to put our towel down like that, and when we're done cleaning our brushes, we're just going to lay them flat out. You never want to clean your makeup brushes and leave them like sitting straight up, because sometimes any water or product that's still left on the brush can like seep down inside the brush. So if you're spending a lot of money on brushes, like $40, $50 on a brush, I don't suggest that because you can ruin them. So first I'm going to get a warm temperature going in my sink, and I'm going to take my gel cleanser and put a couple pumps of that in my hands, and I'm going to lather that together with the warm water. So right here I'm taking a large powder brush and I'm swirling that around my hand, and I'm just squeezing out the product buildup. And as you can see, I'm going to keep repeating the same step. So I'm going to dampen the brush, use more product, and just keep swirling that brush into my hand until the brush no longer gives off any product and the studs in my hand are white.
Once the brush shows that it's clean, I will completely rinse it off and then lay it flat out to dry on the towel. I'm going to grab another brush and dampen that, run that around my hand real quick. And here I'm squeezing out all the product. And I'm going to repeat the same steps that I used for the last brush. So we're going to use a couple pumps of the gel cleanser, rub that in my hand, and just keep rinsing it and repeating those steps until the brush does come clean and no more product buildup comes out of the brush. Now I'm going in with the Morphe Solid Brush Cleaner, and I'm going to do pretty much the same thing that I did with the face brushes. So we're going to dampen the brush with warm water and pretty much swing it around the jar. And you can see the brush is already clean. Now I'm going to take another dirty brush, and I'm showing you right here how dirty it is. And we're going to dampen that, swing that around our Morphe Solid Brush Cleaner. I'm even going to start to use my fingertips here just to get off the solid brush cleaner residue that's left on the brush. The shadow brushes are pretty simple because of how small they are, so I'm just going to keep repeating those same steps. Now it's time to clean our beauty sponges. So clearly you can see how dirty the sponge is from contour, so I'm just going to run that on the top of the solid brush cleaner. And I'm really swishing it around. I'm actually going to use both my hands and rub them together and get that product out. I used to use the gel cleanser for this, but I noticed that the Morphe Solid Brush Cleaner does a much better job. You can really see how quick that brush cleaner cleaned that. Now the Beauty Blender pretty much has nothing on it at all. I'm actually going to repeat the same steps with the rest of the Beauty Blenders and the Solid Brush Cleaner.
Alright guys, so that is how we clean all of our makeup brushes. You are supposed to let your makeup brushes dry for like 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes we don't really have exactly 24 hours in a day. What I like to do is I'll actually grab my blow dryer and I will just like blast dry all my brushes. Usually the shadow brushes dry pretty quick, but like all the face brushes, they definitely take a while to dry. Beauty blenders are fine because you're supposed to use them damp anyway, so it doesn't matter if like they've taken 24 hours to dry. This is my how to clean your brushes video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel.